Hello everyone, welcome back to English Flow. Have you ever wondered why some people become fluent in English while others struggle for years? The answer might surprise you. It's not talent. It's not intelligence. It's one simple habit that almost every fluent speaker uses: listening and shadowing. Today, I'm going to share a story that could completely change the way you learn English. Assalamu alaikum and welcome back. If you want to speak English with confidence, you're in the right place. Many learners spend years memorizing grammar rules and translating every sentence in their heads. But despite all that hard work, they still hesitate when it's time to speak. In this video, I'll tell you a simple story about a student who discovered the power of listening and shadowing. By the end of this story, you'll know exactly how to use this method to improve your English every single day. Meet Ali. Ali was a hard-working student. Every morning, he opened his English grammar books and wrote down new vocabulary words. He knew hundreds of English words, but whenever someone asked him a simple question like, "How are you?" he became nervous. He would stop and think. Should I say I am fine? Or I am doing well? What if I make a mistake? Days turned into months, and months turned into years. Ali kept studying, but he wasn't speaking. One evening, while watching an English video online, he heard a teacher say, "Stop translating. Start listening. Start shadowing." Ali had never heard the word shadowing before. The teacher explained, listen to a sentence and repeat it immediately. Copy the speaker's voice, rhythm, and pronunciation. Ali decided to try it. On the first day, he practiced. "Hello, my name is Ali." He repeated it 10 times. On the second day, "I am happy to meet you." On the third day, "I can speak English with confidence." At first, he felt embarrassed. His pronunciation wasn't perfect. Sometimes he made mistakes. But he didn't stop. 10 minutes every day became a habit. After 1 month, something amazing happened. Ali noticed that he was speaking faster. He wasn't translating every sentence anymore. His confidence started to grow. One day, a tourist asked him for directions. For the first time in his life, Ali answered in English without fear. He smiled and realized an important truth. Fluent English isn't about being perfect. It's about practicing consistently. So, if you're waiting for the perfect moment to start speaking English, don't wait. Start today. Listen. Repeat. Shadow. And remember, every fluent speaker was once a beginner. Have you ever asked yourself why some people become fluent in English while others struggle for years? Think about it. 2 people start learning English on the same day. They use the same books. They watch the same videos. They even spend the same amount of time studying. But after 1 year, one person speaks confidently, while the other still says, "My English is not good." Why? Is it talent? Is it intelligence? No. The answer is much simpler than that. The difference is often a single habit, a habit that many successful English learners practice every day without fail. That habit is listening and shadowing. Today, I want to tell you the story of a young man named Ali. This story is not just about learning English. It is about fear, confidence, consistency, and discovering that fluency is not something you are born with. It is something you build. So sit back, relax, and imagine that you are Ali. Because by the end of this story, you may realize that Ali's biggest problem is the same problem holding you back today. Assalamu alaikum, and welcome back. If you have ever been afraid to speak English, if you have ever translated sentences in your head, or if you have ever thought, "Maybe I'm too old to learn English," then this story is for you. Many learners spend years collecting grammar books. Some memorize thousands of words. Others watch hundreds of videos. Yet when someone asks them a simple question like, "What's your name?" they freeze. Their minds become empty. Their hearts beat faster. And suddenly, all the English they learned disappears. If this sounds familiar, don't worry. You are not alone. Millions of English learners around the world experience the same thing every day. But there is good news. You can change. And Ali's story will show you how. Ali lived in a small town. He was 22 years old and had a dream. He wanted to speak English confidently. Not because he wanted to become famous. Not because he wanted people to praise him. He wanted to speak English because he believed it would change his life. Every time he opened YouTube, he saw people speaking English fluently. Every time he watched an interview, he admired the confidence of the speakers. And every time he heard someone speaking English naturally, he thought, will I ever be able to speak like that? One day, while sitting in his room, Ali wrote something in his notebook. He wrote, "One day, I will speak English confidently." He looked at the sentence and smiled. But deep inside, he didn't believe it. Because this wasn't the first time he had made that promise. He had made it many times before. Ali had been learning English for nearly 4 years. His bookshelf was full of grammar books.